Morning everyone. In today's lesson we are going to analyze some tips and some mistakes about job interview. Let's start with the top 10 interviewing tips. So tips are something that you should do during or before a job interview. First of all, number one, you have to research the opportunity before you visit. So if you apply for a job, you should know what kind of job is, what kind of company is. Number two, prepare a list of questions that you want to ask. So some questions to arrive to be prepared with your interviewer if you have questions about the job, about the company. Number three, dress professionally and be neat and well groomed. Quindi, vestirsi bene, be neat and well groomed are two synonyms, significa essere ordinati, curati, puliti, this is neat and well groomed. Quindi con vestiti formali, formal dress. Number four, arrive a few minutes early. So you have to arrive before the time of the interview, not late. Of course, you don't have to be late for an interview. Number five, take a few copies of your CV, a notepad and a pen. Of course, maybe if you already sent your CV by email, the interviewer should already have your CV, but it's better if you take with you other copies. Notepad, quindi se vuoi scrivere qualcosa, un taccuino and a pen. Number six, this is very important, maintain eye contact. This maybe is one of the most important tips, quindi tenere il contatto visivo con la persona che fa il colloquio. Show interest in everyone involved in the interview. Mostrare interesse in chiunque sia coinvolto nel colloquio. Number seven, also another very important tip, never discuss money in the first interview. Quindi nel primo colloquio non parlare mai di money, quindi di soldi, but also don't talk about holidays, quindi quando le ferie, cose del genere. Never in the first interview. Number 8. Do not have more than one alcoholic drink at any meal or events with a potential employer. Of course, if you are invited to a lunch dinner with your employer, you don't have to drink many alcoholic drinks. Not more than one. You can have one, or it's better not to drink alcoholic, so you don't give a bad impression to your interviewer or to your potential employer. Number 9, show equal respect to all you meet, quindi mostrare rispetto verso tutte le persone che si incontrano. E number 10, follow up with a thank you note to each interviewer, quindi follow up with a thank you note, quindi ringraziare diciamo l'intervistatore, quella persona che fa il colloquio. Any tips we can review in this picture that are also the situation that you have to do before and after the interview. So before the interview, you have to research the company. So you have to search about information, about the company. Practice and repeat, quindi fare pratica, simulare un colloquio a casa. Get ready ahead of time, cercare di essere pronti molto, molto prima, molto in tempo. Try to stay calm if you are waiting before the interview. Be on time, that means early. You don't have to be late. This we already said is one of the most important tips, to be on time. And then follow up after the interview. What does it mean, follow up? Dopo il colloquio non bisogna abbandonare lì il contatto. Dopo un po' bisogna tenere contatti come di solito tramite email. In this case by mail, but now is most used email. So these are the interview tips. What about the mistakes that a lot of people do during interview? These are 10 common mistakes. Number 1, bad mouthing previous employer. Bad mouthing, it means to talk badly about previous employers. Parlar male di i datori di lavoro precedenti. This is not polite. Inadequate research about a potential employer, quindi non fare ricerche, non sapere che tipo di lavoro si va ci si sta candidando, non sapere l'azienda, il tipo di lavoro, il datore di lavoro. Number three, being unprepared with your answer, quindi cercare di rispondere alle domande della persona che fa il colloquio, cercare di avere sempre una risposta pronta. Number four, not paying attention. Of course, if you are having an interview, you have to pay attention to what the interviewer is saying. But also the opposite, number five, talking too much. You don't have to talk too much and not letting the interviewer talk with you. Quindi deve essere una via di mezzo, diciamo. Number six, checking your phone or watch during the interview. It's better if you switch off your phone. If you have a look at your phone during the interview, it's very unpolite. And also look at your watch, because if you look at your watch, it means that you are not sure about yourself, or you want to finish earlier the interview, so also give a bad impression to the employer. Number seven, lacking humor, warmth o personality, quindi assenza di umore, assenza di calore, warmth, calore umano o personalità, quindi cercare di mostrare una personalità positiva al datore di lavoro. Number eight, bringing a drink with you. It's better if you drink before or after the interview, not during the interview. Number nine, arriving late or too early. Of course, it's better to arrive early, but not arrive many hours earlier. Sometime early is better and not arriving late. And number 10, dressing inappropriately. So you have to dress with a formal dress. That means a suit, a tie, formal dresses in general. So these are some mistakes that people do often during an interview. It's very important because the first impression that you give to the interviewer is what the interviewer remembers about your personality. So usually the first impression is the most important. Okay, that's all. We'll talk about job interview next time. Bye.